Okay, Thursday morning in the kingdom, and it's a little windy out here. Can you see the flags? Also, too, have your flags ready for tomorrow because it's the United States of America's National Flag Day. So make sure your flags are in good shape for tomorrow. I have 2 of them up. 3 of them, actually. We have the big one in the back there in honor of the ladies from WASP. We have the smaller one up front. Plus, we have the USA gifted flag on the boat, Rust-Oleum. All right, this morning we woke up to +7. Yes, nice warm temperatures for June. But according to Drama Book and my Facebook friends around the world, it's chilly everywhere. Okay, so we woke up to +7 Celsius, but feels like +5. And then on the yo-yo scale, +45, but feels like 41. Yes, Fahrenheit. So once again, this month is brought to you by the temperature 45, or feels like 41, the trucks of the kingdom. And there is a planned power outage in WHO-ville today. All right, they're planning it, but they don't know when. So they'll just turn it off whenever, or they won't do it, just like all the other times. So once the staff can't work at the store or whatever, she'll come over here and help out because we've got things to do. Even if we have a power outage, life goes on in the kingdom because we're a separate amenity from WHO-ville. Yes, we live in a gated community down by the tracks. Yes, a great place to be. All right, let's do a quick scroll this way. It's just a cold, yucky day. Feels like September with the rainy season and everything. And if the trees start changing color, it would be perfect for September. All right, just look at that. No sun anywhere. And we're coming up to the longest day of the year for us here. Yes, the sun will be shining in my bedroom at 1 o'clock in the morning as I try to impress the ladies. Oh, yes. All right, there we go. No sun. Oh, geez, what a day. I think we're going to have to get the wood stove going. Get some wood stove smoke going for the Swedish kid. I don't see her in the news lately. Maybe she's being a good girl. Oh, she's a young lady now. Sorry. All right, we did the full rotation. It's chilly out here. I don't have long underwear on. I went back in the house and got my toque. Yes, the toque. Yes. Or how'd you say the southern people call it? The beanie. Ooh, just look at those flags. That's a pretty impressive picture there. All right, I better get to work. Here comes the boss. Okay, seems how it's nice and chilly this morning. I've been riding the loader. Yes, we moved those wood totes from over there. We grabbed some toothpick trees and we're getting ready because Thor, the dump truck is now ready to haul. So if we spend a little time here and get organized, we're good to go. So I put the long trailer down there because that's where it fits. It's hard to turn and everything like that when you got a clevis or shackled to the fork. But all right, let's go see what else I've been doing. Okay, we're not sure if we're going to have time today, but we want to move these deck trailers here. There's the beaver tail and there's the rafter trailer back there. So we can have access to this black trailer because we have to get the black trailer ready to be moved over here. Because that's trailer 6. So there's trailer 5 and then we put this stuff here. So we should be able to. I'm not sure if we'll get trailer 6 moved today or not. Okay, seems how the Screaming Ford, which is over there, only has 1 axle drive because we welded the rear end after we blew it up in 2020. We have to make sure the ground is smooth. So I got the 41 Chevy 4x4 out with the chain drag and smoothing out the ground here because I roughed it up, dragging these drags from behind the house and over here to over there. Just like on Sesame Street. I'm over here and they are over there. All right, let's go have some lunch. Okay, after lunch in the kingdom, and I was playing with the big rock collection over here, and I kind of broke the thumb, the artificial thumb. The weld cracked out, but it's better we correct it now. So to work on the thumb, you have to disconnect the battery. To disconnect the battery, you take the floorboards off or the floor mat, but that's no problem. So I got some drill core in here, put some pressure on it, and got it tightened back up. Remember, this artificial thumb was temporary, and what, a year later, and how many footage of rocks and everything, debris we've cleaned up, and it's still good. So once I'm done the grade cleanup of the kingdom, that's when I'll probably build the hydraulic thumb because we're plumbed into it and everything. So we're good to go. We just have to make the cylinder and the thumb part. So the service truck is working out good. We even had the metric wrenches to disconnect the battery over here. So that works out pretty good. And of course the bugs are bad. Now it's starting to spit rain now that I have all the tools out. Oh my, I think we're just going to give up and drink beer today. Okay, that didn't take long. Once the rain stopped, we were able to do it. So it was basically 1.5 rods for the welds, and then I finished out with the bottom welds doing it overhand. Yes, overhand. Yes, it was easier to do it that way. All right, since how we got the cables out, on to the next welding project. Okay, seeing how we have the welder out and the cables and everything, I just drove around from the back to the front or the side of the yard. Okay, so the Kingdom followers, YouTube subscribers were suggesting us an item. I was going to put a, how would you say, a plate here with a pin, okay? And then the comments last night or this morning was use a ring. Okay, so we have these ladder chains from the mine, okay? That's a oval, not a ring. Oh, hand and eye coordination, Les Nessman. So we had one that's kind of boogered up, so it worked out good. Just put it on there. I put a bar in here and pried down to do the test. We started up here, and we went down, 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 down till it worked, okay? So this should work out very well, very pleased, and it didn't take much. The time that I would remember to put the safety pin on or manufacture a safety pin was when the tailgate opened in the yard and I dumped everything all over the place, and then we'd have to clean it up. Just like spilt beer. You never spill the booze. All right, so let's go have a coffee. Well, put the tools away, have a coffee, because it looks like it's going to rain. Oh, well, we chose to live up here. Okay, got the quad hooked up by myself. This one's 4-wheel drive, so let's go to the wilderness. Yes, Wilderness, Alaska, but in Northern Manitoba.
Thursday morning in Hoe-ville. It's just after 9 a.m. and I'm getting ready to head to work. It's been about a month since I've been sick, and that's the same amount of time that I have been gone from the school. So I think it was the school that was making me sick. Now it's time to head inside, let the dogs out, and make breakfast. Almost 10 a.m. and I'm just getting ready to head to work now. And as you can see, it is pretty windy out here, but that means no bugs. There is some clouds rolling in, so maybe we'll get some rain. Now it's time to head inside, let the dogs back in, and get to work. Just after 4 p.m. and I made it home from work. It was a pretty good afternoon. I got off early since there's that power outage, but it's only on the south side of town, so that's from my workplace all the way to the other end, but we'll be okay on this side. So let's head over to the Kingdom and see what my dad's up to. 4:30 and I made it to the Kingdom, and of course it is raining. As you can see, it started raining on my way to the Kingdom. My dad told me he is down the south trail with the mini and the quad, so I better go look for him and see what he's up to. Down the south trail and I found my dad. Looks like he got the other quad out and one of the wagons, and he's loading it up with some trees that fell over a while ago. He's just cleaning up in the back there, and then we can head on over to the shop and tinker around with a few things. And as you can see, the sandflies are pretty bad and it's raining again. While he heads back into the Kingdom, I'm gonna go around this way and then down behind the house and wait for him over there. Just finished unloading the wagon. Now I'll put the mini away, and then we'll figure out a place to drop this wagon here. Since we're not gonna put it back in the shed, might as well use it and put some more trees on it and stuff like that. So let's put the mini away and then I'll go find my dad. Almost 5 p.m. and now my dad's gonna head down the north trail with the wagon and drop it over by Roadrunner Corner, so I'll walk around down the trail and catch a couple videos of him. Just dropped the wagon off by Roadrunner Rock. It's just through the trees there where that red ribbon is. Now my dad will take the quad back into the Kingdom and I'll follow behind walking. Just put the quad away. Now we're going to get the Screaming Ford going and unhook this trailer, and then we'll come over to these two trailers here and move those back as well. And I think tomorrow or the next day we'll be moving that big black van trailer. Was just about to hook up to the second trailer here and the screaming Ford quit, so my dad's doing a quick little service on it to see what the problem is.
No fuel.
There's fuel in the tank, but it's not coming up. My dad just took both of the fuel filters off and he went to go fill them up to see if we can fix the problem. Hopefully we can get the screaming Ford running because we still have 2 trailers to move. This one here is only going back a little bit, and then the other one on the far side there has to go back a little farther. That way we can turn this big black van trailer around and it'll go in the lineup beside this white one here. He just brought the fuel filters back. Now we'll put them back on and see if the screaming Ford will run. All we have to do is move 2 trailers and then we can park it again. Moment of truth, we are going to start up the screaming Ford and see if it runs. 5:30 and we'll attempt this again. My dad has to drive forward and then get a running start to get underneath the trailer. Now we'll attempt to back it up and hopefully the brakes release. The reason why there was blocks on the front of the legs there is because we used to use this trailer for winter roading, so we had short legs. That way when you're on a winter road you don't hit any rocks or anything like that. Sounds like the screaming Ford is losing fuel pressure, which isn't good. We just have one more trailer to move, this one right here, which is a Yorkshire. Not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, trailer, which is the same name as a horse. So now my dad will back up and hopefully he can hook onto it because the ground's a little heavy right here. So hopefully we don't have any problems and it doesn't run out of fuel. Talk about lucky. Right when he pulled in front of the green toy, the screaming Ford died. At least it's up by the shop now, so my dad can take a look at it. Almost 6 p.m. We just finished parking the screaming Ford. Now I came up to the house to check on my potatoes, and as you can see, we have one popping out. I'm gonna have to cover it again. Then we have another one here. If I look way off into the distance, I have a fresh one popping up, so that's pretty cool. 6 p.m. and I'm officially done the kingdom. Made sure to grab my dog treats, and as you can see, the sun is shining now. Of course, when I'm getting ready to leave, it gets nice out, but while I was working in the kingdom, it was on and off raining. So let's head on back into WHO-ville and do the weather. Just after 6 p.m. and I made it home from the kingdom and put the quad away. Now it's time to head inside, let the dogs out, and do the weather. 6:30, and this is the temperature we're sitting at today. It's 15 degrees Celsius, which is 59 degrees Fahrenheit. We even had the feels like on the bottom. It's been pretty nice out today, other than the rain on and off and the sand flies being really bad. As you can see off into the distance, it's getting pretty cloudy out, so I better head inside, let the dogs back in, make supper, and end my day.
Okay, we got those two deck trailers pushed back, so that's the main thing, and I didn't get stuck in the screaming Ford. Seems how it only has front axle drive on the differential. So we're not sure what's happening over here with the, here, to prove there's only one axle drive. Look at that. There's no drive shaft down there. Can you see anything? Yeah. My big head's in the road. Yeah, there's no drive shaft because the front differential is welded solid. Okay, so we almost got stuck, but that's no problem. That's why we have the tire chains on. Okay, so over here, the screaming Fords were losing fuel. You dip the tank, there's lots of fuel in it. I changed the filters back in May when it was acting up, and we moved that deck trailer over there to get the service body out and the welding deck. Okay, the scrap metal deck. All right, so I changed the filters then, and we're thinking it's this valve down here isn't letting the fuel through, because you got to remember this truck is 50 years old. Yes, 1974 Ford 9000. There it is there. So it is 50 years old, so maybe it is that valve down there. So we might have to look at that. But the main thing is we got the trailers moved, and we weren't hooked onto the black van trailer trying to move it. All right, let's go see what was in the mail. Yes, the staff repainted that for me, I think last year. Okay, this is what was in the mail. We got some chop saw blades from Princess Auto, and I get a little discouraged when I see that, and the box had broken here, so you figure out maybe there was a big chunk out of the wheels, but nope, they're good to go. We've had really good luck with these ones here. They're the Pro Point 14-inch. Yes, we've had really good luck with them. Also, too, when we were in the wilderness today, look what we found. Yes, a pair of pliers. Yes, good wire cutter thingy-me-bobs. I think they're going to ever work again. But it's the thought that counts. All right, so following in my dad's footsteps, I officially have an air tank, a portable air tank. This was on sale. I've sat and watched it for a couple of months now. So they had it on sale for 60% off. And we need it for the quads. Yes, because we're using the quads more and more, and the trailers for the quads because, you know, we have to get the air tank or whatever, or the air hose out. So now we have a little air tank. We can go fill a quad tire up. Yes, and then when we get some more money, maybe buy new tires for the quad, and then we don't have to worry about putting air in, just like my dad. So I'm following in my dad's footsteps. I got an air tank, so I can carry it around. Plus, at my age, this is a lot lighter than the one we were carrying around because it was a homemade bead blaster. And it was an air tank off a semi-truck, so it was freaking heavy. So we did pretty good. And it survived. I don't know how they ship things with one piece of tape across the top and one across the bottom. This thing was just about falling out of the box. But the main thing is, we got it. It arrived. I ordered these on Friday, June 7th. They never shipped till Monday. And this came from Saskatoon, and these came from Calgary. And so that tells you how far. We have welding rods coming from Prince George. So Princess Auto ships from wherever. The funny thing is, their main flagship store is in Winnipeg, 1,200 kilometers away. You figure you'd ship from there, but maybe they don't have stock in it here, or that's the way the computer looks at it. I'm closer to Prince George, BC, than it is to Winnipeg. Oh, well. All right, let's go check on the flags. Okay, 6 o'clock in the kingdom. We parked the service truck where we last welded on Thor the plow truck. Yes. Oh, Thor the dump truck. Oh, these lips need some vodka. Speaking like that. All right, we got everything closed up. Yes, it's looking good. And of course, end of day, and the sun comes out. Meanwhile, we got wet today. My bum is wet. Unreal. So now my hemorrhoids are going to flare up. Oh, well. Okay, look at the flags. Tomorrow is National Flag Day or USA Flag Day. So everybody have their USA flags ready. All right, let's go walk the dogs, drink some beer, and change my clothes and make a video. Talk to you later.